governor is addressing major problems at the Department of Children and Family Services happening under the watch of the person he put in charge there. He remains confident in her performance as calls grow louder for Secretary Marquita Walters to step down. The investigative unit and Chris NAKAMOTO asking the governor if he will make a change.
Sylvia, the governor says when Marquita Walters took over the helm at DCFS, the agency was in crisis and she helped turn it around. But she also was in charge as children were raped and another died. The agency responsible for keeping those kids safe failed to act.
Do you still have confidence in Marquita Walters?
Yeah, and the day that no longer is the case, everyone's going to know.
Tonight, Governor John Bel Edwards is standing up for the leader of the Department of Children and Family Services, who has come under intense pressure to resign recently. Her performance has been the topic of Capitol hearings.
I'm not telling y'all doing y'all job wrong.
The first commenced a full year ago.
Turned a blind eye to one in need for years.
When the WBRZ investigative unit exposed DCFS turned a blind eye to a rape investigation involving a man named John Mack. His alleged crime stemming from what's described as an extraordinary state failure, one that was known for a decade. The state aware he was allegedly abusing a child for 10 years.
Every person that investigated this matter, where it went through 7 investigations, every agency needs to be investigated for their protocol and their procedure and how they dropped the ball.
Fast forward 10 months and the same meetings are happening once again.
Shortages are not new.
With different politicians echoing similar sentiments tied to ongoing failures at DCFS.
Honestly, I have not been satisfied thus far with the responses from DCFS. What I continue to hear is excuses. I have not heard innovation. I have not seen leadership from the secretary.
Representative Jason Hughes is demanding a leadership change at the agency, as the agency head attempted to address the failures in what she's done.
We desperately need to figure out where this toxicity is and how to root it out, because it's not welcome in this agency. It is not our values. It is not what we want. It is not what we believe should be true, and it's not the best thing for children and families.
It all comes after WBRZ reported DCFS was made aware 3 different times that a toddler had overdosed on drugs before the child overdosed and died in June. The WBRZ investigative units reported there's also a criminal investigation into a foster parent who allegedly sexually assaulted several of his foster kids, despite numerous attempts for one of the children's grandmothers to get custody.
They would just say, "You're too old." I'm not too old. I can climb them trees out there.
The governor says the failures that have happened are being addressed.
We have brought in retirees from around the state,
with employees who were reassigned and attempts to increase staffing.
What happened? And tell me how that's never going to happen again.
But lawmakers remain skeptical the governor or his staff will be able to get anything done.
State Senator Patrick McMath basically says he doesn't have much confidence that much will be done to fix DCFS because there's only about 18 months left of your administration, your lame duck administration. How do you respond to that?
Well, I reject that. And what we've seen at DCFS, first of all, let me go back, because we had some failures that I don't make excuses for, nobody makes excuses for. They have resulted already in some changes in policies and procedures, individuals who are no longer there, supervisors who are no longer supervisors are no longer there. But then when we look at the challenges that we think going forward, we can better address in order to alleviate the situation and ensure that those things don't happen again. They typically relate to shortage of staff.
The governor added today that they have increased funding for DCFS and are currently working with civil service to come up with ways to hire people and retain them at the agency that's tasked with protecting our children. Sylvia.
Chris, thank you.